your Master Purpose Development Coach, coming to you from the Purpose Development Institute here in Atlanta, Georgia. And welcome to Passport to Financial Freedom. And as you can see, the subtitle is Cashing In on the Invisible Goal in Your Network Marketing Business. Hey, listen, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to get some very important insight. And I promise you that it's not going to be a waste of your time. The last thing that I want to do is to duplicate something that you're already doing. So the goal of this webinar is to basically show you some things that we're doing that's typically not happening in network marketing, but yet at the same time, we create opportunities so that people can have that passport to their financial freedom. And that's the reason why they are joining your organization, because they believe that it is their passport to financial freedom. So one of the things that I'm going to help you with is to help you understand that every person that you recruit, that you're going to bring into your organization, from your top distributors all the way down to the bottom distributor, they have an invisible goal. But yet at the same time, they don't know how to cash in on it. So they chasing, the carrot, the proverbial carrot in network marketing, but they don't understand how to cash in on that invisible goal. This is when you're going to understand how to build a strong distributor network. Is when the people that are in your organization really understand how to cash in on that invisible goal. So let's move forward and give you a few bullets on the background of my company and some of the findings that we've had for doing business in this space. Is that Purpose Development. That's the name of my company, Purpose Development Institute. And it's a new industry that I've created in the last 30 years of doing this. It's the product of almost 30 years and more than 20,000 hours of action research to scrutinize deficiencies in human potential. Why is that important because when people join your organization, you want them to have the greatest opportunity to release their potential. And that's what network marketing is known for. It's typically called personal development with a compensation plan. And I want to help you understand how to make a shift in that particular mantra right there, because we're going to shift from personal development to purpose development, because purpose development covers what those deficiencies are that would delay people and also put them in a better position to increase their threshold of quitting. Because this business is a very prosperous business, very rewarding business, but yet at the same time it's a high turnover business where people quit all the time. And when you're building your business, you want to make sure that your distributors understand how to increase the threshold of quitting. And that's a subject that's not talked about in many circles in network marketing, but we're going to have that conversation today. So here are some of my findings in my journey of discovering purpose development. Is that when the human soul is lean in purpose, the risk is high for dysfunctions in the way people work, lead, build relationships, and cultures. Now, all of those components relate to your business. People have an opportunity to work, they have an opportunity to grow into leaders, build relationships, and be a part of a culture. But here's the deal. When the human soul is lean in purpose, well, why is that? Because we are meaning-making machines. You're a meaning-making machine. Everyone that you're going to bring to your organization, they are meaning-making machine. So when that machine is not making meaning, then that machine is not going to make money. That's a fact. That's a fact with anything, whether it be a corporate traditional job, or whether it be any type of entrepreneurial opportunity or network marketing. So you want to make sure that this is an issue that you address, that you're able to understand how to affect your organization, because here's what I call my major concern. It's difficult to have financial freedom until your distributors free the best version of themselves and then help others do the same. See, that's what we want. You want distributors in your organization who understand how to free the best version of themselves. Now, in my journey, what I've discovered are those deficiencies in which put us in a position where we're not able to free the best version of who we are. Now, let me say this, because this is not to discredit what has already taken place in the industry. There's some great things that are taking place. But yet at the same time, there's some dynamics that have changed in the 21st century. We're not building a 21st century network marketing opportunity the same way we built a few years ago. So one of the main factors in building a network marketing business today is that people have a hunger for purpose. They have a hunger to understand how to tap into the best version of who they are. And personal development has not kept up with that hunger. But purpose development is a new solution, is a brand new solution that allowed them to experience the best version of themselves. And that's what you want within your organization. You want people who understand this process, understand how to tap into the best version of who they are. So, what is invisible gold? I'm glad you asked. It's dynamics that produces a perpetual connection to purpose so individual can sustain conviction and motivation over a long period of time. Perpetual connection to purpose. In other words, people are always connected to a greater purpose. Whether the money is there, or the money is not there. They're connected to a greater purpose. One of the biggest missing components in network marketing is that we have not understood what those dynamics look like, to help people keep that perpetual connection to purpose. Because again, remember what I said, we are meaning making machines. And when meaning is not there, then the money is not going to be there. They're not going to stay very long. So we want to make sure that we understand what those dynamics are. Now, this is bigger than your why. See, the why is a great resource that we can use to get people engaged, but it can only take people so far. All right. Beyond that, it's going to take dynamics that's going to produce that perpetual connection to purpose. Because what does that do? It increases their threshold of quitting. So now they're not going to want to give up, at the drop of a few rejections, because this is a rejection business. And you want to make sure that they have parameters built to be able to handle those rejections that comes with the nature of being in this type of business. So when distributors build parameters for a perpetual connection to purpose, the best version of who they are will emerge under all circumstances. See, here's the deal. Things are going to change. You're going to have people come into your business. They're going to be excited today. Then something's going to happen in their life. A life event is going to happen. Then the excitement is going to go away. They're going to come to big events. They're going to be excited. But then something's going to happen when they get back home. And the excitement is just going to disappear. So by producing this perpetual connection to purpose, you allow the best version of who they are to emerge under all circumstances. See, the reason why I can tell you about this is because of my personal story. Of ending a 20-year marriage, divorced, homeless, broke, lost a lot of money. I understood how to have that perpetual connection to purpose. I learned this in the trenches. There wasn't any books that I could read that would teach me how to do this. And if it wasn't for that, I would have given up on building the Purpose Development Institute. I had reached my threshold of quitting. But because of that invisible goal that's on the inside of me, I understood how to increase that threshold until I can turn my setback into a comeback. So let's talk about stage goal, because network marketing is known for stage goal. It's when people go across the stage and they tell their rags to riches story. And it's great to hear those opportunities. I can think of some right now that has inspired me over the years, but that's called stage goal. It only lasts for a short period of time. So most network marketing opportunities are built on stage goal, which is like gold dust that blows away over time. Long-term success is not built on gold dust. And this is what many network marketing companies do. We try to build long-term success on gold dust. What people are hearing from the stage, the rags to riches story. And those are great stories. I'm not minimizing, doing those type of stories. And they're great because they inspire us. All right. But we want to keep the masses engaged. And keeping the masses engaged, we have to understand how to help them tap into their invisible goal. So because the industry is lacking these resources, most opportunities dangle the financial freedom carrot without realizing that freedom is an uphill grind when the strength factor is weak. And this is where most distributors are. When you're bringing people into your business, they have a weak strength factor. All right. The strength factor is a major contributor for our success. You don't hear that in many circles, but we talk about that in purpose development because we discovered how important it is to your success as an executive, to your success as a distributor, or bringing distributors into your network. So our program, the Personal Growth Pro system, is the only system in the world that deals with the strength factor, so that now distributors can learn how to build their business from a place of strength, so that now they don't have to walk around with the weak strength factor. All right. And I'm sure that you've heard of this guy, Mr. Jim Rohn, one of the most quoted quotes in the network marketing industry. He declared that work hard on your job and make a good living, work hard on you than you do on your job, and you will make a fortune. So here's the challenge for you being an MLM executive, is that you want to create a culture where people understand how to work on themselves. Now, let me say this because I need to make sure that I tell you this. This is more than just reading good books. This is more than just attending great seminars, getting on a few conference calls and having a rah moment with your distributors. It's more sophisticated than that. All right. We want to give them some practical skills on how to work on their fortune, meaning that now they understand what it means to build those parameters that will allow them to unleash their fortune. And that's what you want. You want them to be in a position, a better position to unleash their fortune in everything it is that they're doing in their business. So let me read you another thought by a gentleman by the name of Fred Lawrence. He's the senior research scholar and visiting professor of law at Yale Law School. And he made this statement, which I thought to be very important, especially when it talks about purpose and how important purpose is in the personal growth and business arena. He said, the fundamental force in our lives, which we know as purpose, the drive to find purpose, is also the fundamental force in successful marketing. Let me say that. Let me stop right there. Purpose is the fundamental force in network marketing. But yet at the same time, we don't hear many distributors, top distributors, talking about purpose. They'll talk about the why, and then they will allude to purpose, and they will say, find your passion, find your purpose. But purpose is more sophisticated than your passion. It's more sophisticated than the why. But it is the fundamental force in marketing, period. Whether it be network marketing or the traditional business marketing. So your organization, you need to understand this fundamental force and how it affects your distributor network. All right. He go on and he state, and ultimately in a successful business, but only if we can find a way to harness that force and direct it. See, my 30 years, well over 20,000 hours, that's where I come in at. You know, I'm an expert in purpose development, you know, which teach people how to harness this force and to direct it. And that's what you want. You want a distributor network where people understand how to harness this powerful force, and they know how to direct it to control their emotions, to control their attitude, their behavior, to shape their attitudes and their behaviors, to do everything that they need to grow their business. That's why it's important. That's why it's important for you to go through this presentation. So when we're talking about working on you, that's what we want. We want people to understand that this is a sophisticated process. It's a process that requires insight, skills, more than just reading good books. You know, we want to develop what we call purpose skills. You want a distributor network where your distributors understand how to develop purpose skills. You have a distributor network where they understand how to develop purpose skill. I promise you the money is going to show up in your business because it's going to show up in their business. So here's another powerful thought that I quoted here. Your degree of success is dependent on the degree of personal growth of your team. All right. Your degree of success is dependent on the degree of personal growth on your team. So why be an amateur when you can become a personal growth pro? Every top distributor said that they have one thing in common, and that is personal development. Every top distributor that I met, and I met some that's making tens of millions of dollars, all right? And they say personal growth is what got them there. But see, now it's time to make the shift from personal development to purpose development, because purpose development allows you, your distributors, to develop the skills to build that perpetual connection to purpose. You see the courses here on the screen. We have the Purpose IQ course. We're the only company in the world that measures the Purpose IQ for network marketers. The only company that's doing that. See, your purpose IQ will determine whether you're going to be successful in business, and it's going to determine whether your distributors are going to be successful in business. They need to know what that is. They need to know what their score is. We take them through a process. We show them what the score is all about. All right. So that now they understand what they need to do on how to raise that score, not just go out there and read a bunch of good books. Stay positive, create the right attitude. Success is more than an attitude. It is an attitude, but the attitude is anchored to parameters that create a sense for a higher purpose. That's what purpose development does. It anchors the attitude to those parameters that they learn going throughout all these courses. So they're going to gain parameters in the first course, the second course, the Hacking Purpose course. It's going to bring a whole new set of parameters for them to be successful. All right. The Hacking Purpose Leadership course. It's going to bring a whole new set of parameters to allow them to sustain their conviction and motivation over a long period of time. What about the Unlocking Your Inner Champion? That's what we talk about, the purpose deficit disorders, which is not mentioned in circles with many coaches across the world. We're the only organization that deals with that. It teaches them how to build parameters to protect them from purpose deficit disorder, because PDD can ruin your business. PDD can cause your business to grow slow or fast. If the parameters are in place, it's going to grow at a very healthy pace. But if the parameters are not in place, it's going to grow slow. And you're going to have to find yourself bringing in new people, cycling through new people to get your business to grow. See, here's the deal. You're in the people business. If you're in network marketing, you're in the people business, then guess what? You're in the purpose business. I'm the expert in purpose. I'm the expert in teaching your distributors how to service the engine that drives their potential to produce more purpose. And that's what we don't have in the industry. We teach them how to develop a personal impact action plan. You want your distributors to be able to impact the people that they recruit, impact them in a way that's going to cause them to increase their purpose IQ. That's what that course is designed to do. Well, what about a purpose board? You're going to teach your people to have a vision board. The vision board is inferior in the 21st century. It's an inferior tool. And you want to make sure that people understand how to have a purpose board, because a purpose board allows the vision of what they see in their mind to be moved from their head to their heart. Wow. These are parameters that we help them build. What about a business, a purpose plan? Every entrepreneur needs to have a purpose plan. And I'm not talking about, a purpose statement. I'm talking about a purpose plan. A whole lot more sophisticated. And then lastly, we teach them how to repurpose their speaking skills. See, you bring in a lot of distributors in your network, but they don't know how to speak to the appetite for purpose of the people that they bring in. And as a result, they're meaning-making machines. And if they're not going to speak to the appetite for purpose, then when that meaning leave, the value for being in your company, being connected to your company, is going to go with it. And you want to make sure that you have distributors who understand that. So that's why we say the personal growth pros, all right, they realize that the path to success is more than reading good books. It's a process that unlocks the sophistication of purpose, the sophistication of the soul to raise the purpose IQ. See, there are no good books out there that teaches you that. I developed these courses from the trenches, all right, to teach distributors, to teach entrepreneurs how to unlock the sophistication of their soul to raise their purpose IQ so that they can achieve the goals that they want to achieve in their business. So in closing, let me give you a few bullets on purpose development and what's so radically different between purpose development and personal development. Personal development can only take you so far when it comes to increasing your threshold of quitting. It can only take you so far. Beyond that, it requires purpose development. All right. This is the process of leveraging the sophistication of the soul to maximize growth potential. That's why I created those courses, because those courses are designed to maximize growth potential. Those courses are designed to help your distributors understand how to discover that invisible goal. All right. When you discover the invisible goal, that's when you maximize the growth potential. All right. And develop parameters for protecting convictions and motivation. That's what you want. You want to just bring people into an environment where you just inspire them with no protection. All right. You're inspiring them at the big events. You're inspiring them on the conference call. You're inspiring them, with, sending out newsletters and all the things that you do to build your business. But guess what? You have no parameters to protect that inspiration, to protect that conviction and motivation that they receive in the moment. That's what we do. That's what my company specializes in. Purpose development takes over where personal development leaves off. Purpose development helps people become the best version of themselves through processes that distribute the energy of purpose, while personal development confines the best version of you to positive affirmations. Wow. It's bigger than positive affirmations. So let's talk. Let's talk about, I just read you 2 of those advantages. There's several more that I could read, but I don't want to prolong the webinar. I think that you have enough information to digest. All right. But let's talk as to how to get your organization involved with allowing your distributors to become personal growth pros. We give a certificate at the end of all the courses. Your distributors receive a certificate that go with them anywhere that they go. It's going to help them out in every area of their life. You know what that certificate is going to do for them? That certificate is going to help them build a stronger case for manifesting their dreams. I promise you that. All right. That's the key to success. The reason why top leaders experience the success that they have, because they have a stronger case. And so you want to make sure that the masses is able to build that case beyond their why. They're able to build that case beyond find your passion, find your purpose, because purpose is so much more sophisticated than that. So go to my website that you see on the screen, www.newbreedachievers.com/HBBI. Download the press kit, and then go to the bottom of the page. There is an executive resource there that I need you to listen to. Download that document as well. Let's talk. Let's talk about how I can work with you to train your leaders so that now you can have long-term success. You have a business where now your leaders understand how to build from a place of strength. So God bless you, and I look forward to working with you and your leaders.